Alright, hey guys, welcome back to Nostalgia Rewind. I'm Kris.
And I'm Wes.
Today we're watching Mystery Men.
Whoop whoop.
And
That has like Keenan and Kel, right?
not both of them, no.
Just Kel, right?
Just Kel.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so Mystery Men came out in 1999, and it is about a group of inept amateur superheroes must try to save the day when a supervillain threatens to destroy a major superhero and the city.
Yeah.
Stars, Hank Azaria, Janine Garofalo, William H. Macy, Kel Mitchell, Paul Rubens, Ben Stiller. So what do you remember? What do you recall?
So all I know from Mystery Men is nothing. Sean Connery's in it, right?
No, isn't that League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Oh my God, I know nothing about this.
I just listed the actors. The biggest thing that I can remember right now is that Dane Cook is actually in it.
See, that blows my mind. I wouldn't have said he was in it.
He's the waffler.
Was he?
He has a whole little song that he...
Really?
Waffle Man, I am the waffler. Golden crispy, bad guys are history. Yeah.
Was Dane Cook already an established comedian at this point, and then he got the movie deal, or was he just...
I don't think so. No, I think this was before Dane Cook was Dane Cook.
Bad.
So you like this? You like this?
I did like this movie. Yes. Yeah, it's a fun time.
You think it's gonna hold up? I
think it's still gonna be entertaining. Yeah.
Like you're not gonna be like unwatchable, can't watch.
No.
I think your rose tinted glasses are gonna be a little bit less rose tinted.
Gasp.
You're gonna see it and you're gonna be like, oh wow. We'll see. That's just a guess. For a movie I don't remember. So honestly, I'm just talking on my
based
butt.
off nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what we're here for. All right, let's just get into this movie.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Well, I don't remember any of that movie. I think I saw the trailer, and that's all I saw.
And you just assume that you watched the movie because you saw the trailer?
Yes, and I always probably confuse it with the Sean Connery one, Mystery Men.
No, League of Extraordinary.
Gentlemen.
They don't have the same tone.
They don't, but they came out around the same time.
Did they?
Maybe. The movie ended up being a good time. It was a lot of fun. They were having a lot of fun on set. It was like fun set design. It kind of reminded me of like a stupid toned down Warriors, because in Warriors they have like all the
teams.
They have all the gangs, and they're all like obnoxious, like the baseball and the clowns. Ben Stiller does a great job as usual.
The only thing that's so upsetting about his character is that everybody ends up having, somewhat of a power. I don't know, we're really stretching it with the fork dude. But Ben Stiller's quote-unquote superpower, his rage, is just, I don't know, an undiagnosed anger management.
Yeah. I like that he started going for the waitress, but what I didn't like is that his arc, so the whole time, he's just using his anger as a cover-up for his personality and for who he is and how he feels, but I just didn't like that it came from the unnamed waitress instead of like his team.
His friends.
His team should have been the one like, we want the real Roy. That's why we like you, because we like Roy. We don't like the angry you and all that stuff.
That's true. It doesn't feel like it should have had as much power as it did, whereas if it came from the friends, it would have been,
I don't know. It would make sense.
Yeah.
They know him. She doesn't know them. The Blue Raja, which I guess the ongoing joke is that technically, because he has a British accent, wears Converse. The joke is that he explains the history on why he's the Blue Raja with a British accent and not Indian, and how it's like not culturally appropriative, because if you look at
because he wears a turban.
Yeah, but he's explaining that was part of the history or something, and that's like the joke. So I guess that makes sense. He doesn't wear blue.
He does in the end when he changes his costume.
Yeah, he has a weird relationship with his mom, who's like, I guess sees him as a deadbeat but loves him. But there's like a couple moments where,
after she finds out like what he's really doing.
Yeah, it's like she wants to like do her son. She's like,
really weird.
Do the accent again.
Do the accent.
And her acting is much more like longing in like romance than it is like a mother liking her son.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to definitely be like she was finally proud of him, like she had something to be proud about. He's a superhero. But the way this actress did it, or the way that
Maybe that's what the
director- I don't
joke
know.
is. Maybe that's the joke. Maybe it's like,
that
oh,
joke doesn't fit this
no.
movie. I don't think so.
The spleen, which he does farts, and everybody makes fun of this guy. And I know that he's just a vehicle for a giant fart joke or whatever.
But like he knocks people out.
Yeah, and he directs it. He's not. It's not just he releases gas and it diffuses into the air and knocks him out. He's
No,
like,
there's
no,
projection.
that guy right there, boom, pull my finger,
Yeah.
and he gets him.
Yeah, he deserves more respect. Even though he's gross and he's always hitting on the bowler, and I don't appreciate
it's
that.
one of those ha ha ha, I'm a guy who wants to kiss a girl jokes.
There's not enough beer in the world, Spleen. I'm sorry.
The shoveler, great that he had. I was surprised and liked that his wife was a black woman.
Oh, I love that they were an interracial couple.
Yes, I thought it was great, and I like that it didn't bring any. There was no attention brought to it. It wasn't like, and my wife is black. I'm a
That'd be
white
weird.
guy, or or referencing it or pointing at it in any way. I think would ruin it. But since they didn't mention it or anything, it was just like that's his wife, and that's it. This is life. People here are. This is what it is. I like that a lot. He was the daddy of the group.
The bowler.
The bowler was, man, she just really reminds me of what's her face from Schitt's Creek. When I look at her, I'm like, is that Stevie? Obviously not. This movie came out. So she was cool. I like that the bowling ball returns. It's like a boomerang. It's her dad. She talks to it.
He's more than just a boomerang. Like he was just doing his own thing. He floated at one point. Like she let go of the bowling ball and he was just floating in front of her. And then he pretty much saved the world in the end.
Pretty much. Invisible Boy, the only reason I don't like his character, I like his character, but the only reason I don't like it is that he is just one giant ex machina that is put in since the beginning. They're like, he can turn invisible, blah, 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 blah. He has no other lines. He has no other personality, but like being a doughy-eyed, young, innocent boy just wanting to be in a group. But he's not developed at all. And this movie was
not.
2
It was 2
hours
hours.
long. It was 2 hours long. And it didn't even have half of the amount of characters in, like, a Marvel movie or whatever. The Sphinx, which is a little touchy there, a little dicey. It's a Native American who has a teepee, well, not a teepee, I guess a tent. I'm bringing up the tent during the training sequence because it has Egyptian hieroglyphics, but he's Native American. I don't know how to feel about it because, like...
Well, also the Blue
a
Raja
mishmash.
is when you finally realize that he's doing an accent. He has like a New York accent normally.
Mom, you're cheesing me off so bad right now.
Honestly, we're just really getting down and nitpicking. I thought the movie was fun. I had a good time.
There wasn't any humor in this movie that didn't age well. It was all just like dad jokes. So they were lighthearted and still funny. There's a moment where there's 3 of them going into they're going to find the weapons guy, and the shoveler is like, all right, we need to triangulate, and then the spleen goes,
Equilateral or isosceles?
that got me.
Got her. She cracked up at that geometry joke.
It was funny. It's funny. It was a dumb dad joke. I enjoyed it.
It's pretty good.
It was good.
And then, okay, so then they're living in a world or in a city that looks like Blade Runner called Champion City.
Mm-hmm.
And Champion City has a champion or a superhero that has taken or eliminated most of the supervillains. His name is what? Mr. Amazing?
Captain Amazing.
Captain Amazing. He ends up being like, like a NASCAR driver where he like gets sponsored and he has like the brands on his super suit or whatever. But you said that he was like in cahoots with other villains, but he wasn't, right?
He was with, I don't think, not the main villain, but in the beginning, so the movie starts out with him saving the old people's home. I'm pretty sure all those attacks were planned so that he could save
the nursing home.
Yeah.
How about the villain? Did you like the villain? What is it? Frankenstein Casanova?
Casanova Frankenstein.
Casanova Frankenstein.
I did like him a lot. I do enjoy him. He's a lot of fun. His toenails are painted gold. I thought that was fantastic.
And he has a toe ring with diamond.
Yes. He's very lavish, and I
Yeah.
thought that was fun. The only thing that I think is dumb about him, but his hairstyle just feels forced, like they were trying to do something cool for him and it doesn't work. It just seems like an odd choice. He already had all these other like fun things. He has a lot of rings. He has a gold coke pinky nail.
When he fight at the end, when he does a fight scene, he cuts people with his sharpened
pinky nail.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually do coke, but you know, I mean, maybe he does.
It's a PG-13 movie.
Yeah. So trivia.
Trivia time. Trivia.
An urban legend, as yet not fully disproven, had it that Tim Burton secretly directed the film with Kinka Usher as a cover story. The casting, particularly of Paul Rubens, chimes with this idea. There's also animation from Henry Selick, longtime Burton collaborator, in the warping death of Greg Kinnear's character. I mean, I don't know. This dude's never directed anything else. That's interesting. How would you even do that, though? So what, like everybody on set signs...
So wait, so it was
NDAs and can't tell anybody that Tim Burton actually directed it, or
that Tim Burton directed it, or that he directed it with Usher?
Yeah, like he did Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Okay.
And Pee-wee's in this, Paul Rubens. And like I said, the director of this movie only directed this, and then 4 other short films, which just feels odd. Like if you directed a movie, don't you want to keep directing movies?
Yeah.
But it seems more along the lines of not that he directed it with him, but that like Kinka Usher is just the name and the face as far as the director goes, and Tim Burton actually directed everything.
Wow, that would make sense on why nothing happened in the IMDb for Kinka.
For that guy.
Yeah, it's weird. Side note, I don't like how that's worded, where it's like this theory hasn't been disproven. Like
hasn't been proven either.
I can like literally make up any theories. Like you can't prove me wrong. You can't prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Jupiter has a base on the underneath it where the cameras can't see. You can't prove me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
It's possible.
I don't know. It does seem...
I could believe this one.
It does seem like a possibility. Which then makes you wonder, like, if Tim Burton had his name on it, would it have done better?
No. I don't think the movie was that great.
Oh, okay.
Oh, give me the box office numbers, baby. How much money in 1999 money did this make, you know?
So the...
$10. $3.50.
The budget was $68 million.
$68 million.
Opening weekend, it made $10 million.
1/6. I'm sure they made it back in like DVD sales or whatever. But yes, that's 1/6.
That is a pretty poor opening weekend. Yeah, it seems like it probably just wasn't. I don't know, or maybe just people don't go to the movies in August. You know, it's not a summer.
I like how you're doing everything possible to defend this movie.
Look, it was a good movie.
Because you could just say it was a bad movie.
But it wasn't bad.
I'm not saying it was great.
I think it's underrated and people didn't give it a shot, and they're all wrong.
I'm gonna say
you're wrong.
It's a gem. It's a gem that's a little dirty and it's not really cut perfectly.
It's a diamond in the rough.
It's a diamond in the rough. I was looking for that.
If you got any suggestions, comments, concerns, hit us up. Like, subscribe. Do all that.
It'd really
fun
help
stuff.
us out.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.